Yo, everybody, what is up? It's the Big Cat. I'm back. I'm ready to shoot some videos. And, the first part of this, I'll just say Dominaria United is on its way here. We're going to be doing a bunch of box openings of that. But, I still want to keep some content coming out slowly here on the way to Dominaria hitting our doorstep. Got a lot ordered for that. It's going to be a fun set to open. I know everyone's excited. But I had an idea. I wanted to do something interesting. I wanted to do like a versus box video. So today's video, we're going to open a draft booster and a set booster of Baldurs Gate. Everyone's favorite set, a much maligned, kind of a misfire in between some great sets. Kamigawa, Capenna was down there, but Capenna's going to keep taking form in standard. You watch. Mark my words, Capenna's going to keep taking shape in standard. Those tri-lands, domain, it's all going to do well. But I wanted to make a video where I kind of opened some more of this set because I ordered a bunch, was going to try to open a bunch of it, but just never really panned out. So I figured I've got a draft box, I've got a set box, the rest I'm just going to vault away and see what time does for me. But with this set doing what it's done so far, some of the cards starting to move, Minsk and Boo, Elminster, seeing some things happen. I just had the crazy idea of why not open one of each and let's just compare what it looks like with this. Ooh, already hurt the box. Well, that was a rough one. Especially too, this set, it's really interesting and limited, like kind of that first set of the big push of white is godly. Like in limited, I've just heard white is like unmatched in this set. So we'll crack right into that draft booster first. They're telling us to command the draft, and we will. So yeah, let's just fly through this. We're mostly just going to focus on our rares and mythics here. Not really sure if there's any commons or uncommons of like note, but let's just see how we do. Again, we're going to try to make this video quick, so I am mostly going to fly, try to give you guys a look here. Let's see what we get. Boom, full art Elminster right off the top, so that's pretty saucy there. We're already one mythic in and feeling pretty good about that. Background card, oh, and the Archivist. Wow, so a really good pack so far. The first pack there is coming on strong. The draft box is not waiting to be outdone here with Archivist and Elminster chilling. And I will say, well, I haven't opened much of this product. I think I've opened 3 Archivists so far, so I've gotten pretty lucky there. But yeah, we'll see. Again, flying through these commons and uncommons, there's a lot of them in here. It's a Commander Legends product, although I think after this, they'll probably revise what Commander Legends is. Part of it makes me think that we should really all have our eyes to the ground on... Oh, Ancient Brass Dragon. Wow. Okay, so this is just an absolutely crazy box so far. There's the Brassy. So, you know what? We're going to reorganize our stacks here. We've got 2 mythics, one of which is full art, and a true one of the few hits I know of in the set, Archivist of Ogma. So we're like way off the beaten path here. That's like, I didn't expect us to be anywhere near this good this early. Like that to me is almost what some people would consider to be like a great box. So let's see how we do with the rest of it. But yeah, we're on our way here. Man, I can't believe that. Full art Elminster, Archivist. Did we just get a God box? Is this one of those that like just absolutely hits? Which is funny because it's the only draft box of this I have. Miriam, Sentinel Worm, another notable card. She's seen a lot of... And Elderbrain. Wow. So this is amazing. Like, I intended this to be a head-to-head. And just do one, but this is so good. I might just split this video in 2 because this is ridiculous. Like, here's our rares, 2 mythics. We're doing great so far. Those are all cards you want. Elderbrain is seeing more and more lists lately. There's Murder. And, this set, too, there are some good reprints. All the Diamonds, Command Tower. The idea that this was just hit as like, oh, it's totally unplayable set. It's got cards, guys. Like, Flaming Fist, not a background we're interested in. A land. I mean, look at that, one of the lands there. So we're doing pretty darn well for ourselves. You know, not the most like, oh, flashy prices and we're gonna make a ton of money, but I mean, a land, a dragon, an archivist, 3 packs in, a full art Elementor. For a set with as many rares as it gets, we're doing great. So let's see what else we got here. Legends, a background, Ascend from Avernus. Not bad. Not bad at all. And a little foil. So yeah, you know, other than that, really excited for Dominaria United. As I kind of mentioned, not to like talk up a set I'm not opening in this video, but you know, just to kind of cap where we are, late August 2022, and you know, Dominaria has really taken everyone. There's Miracle, Lord of Bones. He's also seen some love in Commander lately, and I think he will continue to do so. And Caves of the Chaos Adventurer. Caves of Chaos Adventurer, I don't know that card. Take the initiative, okay, that's fine. But yeah, you know, really excited for Dominaria. I think that's gonna be a big one, and we're gonna open a lot of that on the channel. Really excited for Brothers War, really excited to see what card values shift with the standard rotation. I think with Pioneer starting to really take off. Mirror of Life Trapping, don't know that card. Foil Murder, not bad. With Pioneer starting to take off, it just gives like even more life to cards. I mean, Modern's modern. I mean, it's kind of been in its basic form for a while now and just kind of slowly shifting over time. Pioneer just seems to be bringing in a lot of new action for cards, holding prices, and the game overall really needed that. Noble Heritage, that's kind of the hot background of the set. But the beauty of Displacer Kitten, man, we are doing good tonight. Like, we've gotten some of the best stuff you can get in the set. Like, if we hit another dragon, we're gonna be, this will probably be the best box of this we've ever opened, because wow, like, we, you know, let's consolidate here. Here's our 2 mythics, both a hit. And I'll kind of separate, I could be wrong, guys, but I'll just try at home to say these are my known hits. Land, that, and I'll make even a 3rd stack here, where I think this is some of the kind of like seeing interest for our Commander friends. And, you know, because even Noble Heritage goes there. So, you know, if we look at this so far, I mean, I'm 1/3 of the way. If the boxes were all this good, now maybe we go into terrible cards. Let's see what happens to me. But, you know, if the boxes were all this good, I don't think people would have gotten as angry about this set. I don't think the rage, the buybacks, the sort of rejection. I've even seen this guy on some lists. The beginning of your end, set opponent gains control of up to 1 and 2 target creatures you control. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. It's goaded. Whenever a creature you own but don't control attacks, draw a card. That's just fun and fine. And he's a rare. And then there we go. Another land. So, I mean, another kind of hit. Another jank. Some foils that don't matter. Let's keep going. But, yeah, I mean, I think this story on this set's going to go for a long time. Ton of hype. Sold super fast. Immediately crashed, stayed down low, even through the whole market crashing, and boom, Legion Loyalty. A second full art mythic. I mean, this is a ridiculous box so far. Like, this is good by any measure. But yeah, I mean, this set story is, and these are draft boosters, guys. These are just, these should be the weakest things we can open. But yeah, I mean, sold huge, flooded the market, coming hot on the heels of Streets of New Capenna. I think everybody was still kind of in their Kamigawa hangover, and Streets didn't have much time on the scene before it just got shifted up, you know. And, well, that's a pretty normal one there. Just a Janko and a foil. But, you know, everybody was, like, ready for the next big thing, and it being Commander Legends 2, it being a second visitation of the D&D property, the dragons being some really spicy early reveals. for the set in the promo cycle. All things, and myself included, pointed to like, oh, this is a big one. We got to get on top of this. You know, I was definitely part of that, of like, oh, I'm doing set boosters. I'm going in deep. I'm paying full price, like right off the bat. And if we look at it, if we check in right now, both jank cards, if we check in right now, the set would mostly be pretty weak. I think prices kind of crashed. It was opened heavily, bought heavily. Then the whole double masters fiasco happened, and word got out that Mana Drain was supposed to be in this set and got nixed, and it got moved over to double masters, and double masters was an absolute success, but definitely caused some chaos to the overall market. And then you got people who were just upset about this and felt like, oh, I got ripped off. And again, I was someone, I ordered early. I ordered some cases, went in with a friend. I think my price came to like $92 a box, tax and ship. Not terrible. My Plymouth Adventure is pretty lame. But, overall, I remember sitting looking at it and being like, well, I got kind of hosed. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, did I though? Like, I mean, we look at the value of what we opened here, we're doing pretty good. So this is a high head-to-head, and I was kind of hoping this would happen. I was kind of hoping if I put 2 boxes from this set head-to-head, I would get to see one of them really show up, and it definitely has happened. There's our rare, foil common. Don't think the Monster Manual's doing anything these days, unfortunately. But yeah, I kind of was hoping that these would show up, because I think this is a set that has low interest and actually will have some cards. And the biggest thing I think is what's going to happen to these cards in the future. Like, it's a D&D set. I don't see everything in here just getting reprinted willy-nilly. I think we continue to see D&D sets. I think those take on interesting new forms after how this set in AFR performed long-term. Packed Weapon, there's our 3rd mythic on the day. Not a huge hit like the others, but still a card. And Nira Wild Mage, I don't think she does much. Oh, she has a fun ability, though. She has a very fun ability, and that's what I think so interesting. Like, there are some fun, creative commander cards in here, and I get it. Like, just being cute for commander anymore doesn't even cut the mustard. Like, commander's really about 2 crowds. The casual crowd, fun, splashy, flavorful, big plays, and the competitive crowd, which, certain cards do it. Hey, Mighty Servant of Luco. That's actually a decent card. Gets a little love there. And Lantern of Revitalizing. Don't know anything about that. But, this is a set that really took a beating in reputation, sold a heap, was probably printed a heap, and then died on the vine right at the crux of the price change, while another better product completely overshadowed it, and also went through like one of the worst times in like recent market memory, just in general for the globe. So I think once the story is finally written on Baldur's Gate, it'll be an interesting one, because do some of these cards rise up and become hot staples? Are there enough of them on the market where they never start to really mature? Does the sort of like instant rejection drive this thing into a really modest fulfillment, the price shift, and then Reflecting Pool? Yeah, that's another good one. And then long term, do some of these cards start to get pricey? Because I think the one thing we might see is that with this set being tied to the D&D stuff, I don't know that they can just like go back and reprint these at any time. Now, do I see a set in the future possibly being Dungeons and Dragons or Commander Dungeons and Dragons, and it's like a reprint of like the best stuff from this and AFR and their next D&D set, and it's very focused on like, hey, Dragon players, we know you love Commander. We want to give you, foil luxury suite. Look at that. This box came to play, guys. This box heard me say it was a head-to-head and said, I am not coming soft. And here's what's wild. This is the only draft box of this I've ever opened, and it is just out of control right now. Like it, or maybe I've opened one more. I might have opened one more on my channel. I'd have to go back and check. But it is Wrathful Red. this is starting to see some value. Like the Wrathful Red. Whenever a dragon it deals that much damage to any target that isn't a dragon. This is so good for Commander these days. Like, we'll put that in the Commander love pile. But yeah, I just think this is one of those sets that's interesting now because it's going to have a story. It's not just going to be, oh yeah, that set was in Standard. It had the 2 to 3 hits we all remember, and then it kind of faded off into the wild and did its thing. You know, the typical story of a Magic set. I think this one's going to be, you know, is it Saviors of Kamigawa? Is it, you know, the next Dark Steel? Is it one of these sets that really gets like kind of a famous tale by the end of the day and the limited print run and thing? Majestic Genesis. Reveal the top X cards of your library where X is the greatest mana value of your commander you own on the battlefield or in the command zone. You may put any number of permanent cards from among them on the battlefield. Like, this is awesome. You play this with like a huge, ridiculously costed commander. 8 mana is not that hard to get to. That's sick. And Real Surreal. Kingpin. Love the art on this card. So cool. And yeah, I mean, again, not the most powerful stuff, and I know the idea of what's powerful in Commander has changed a lot over the years, believe me. I don't think I was like playing Commander in the original days, but I was definitely playing in like the 2013, 2012-ish era, I think, is when my group got into it. And, you know, it's funny because Commander's changed a fair bit, but also Commander hasn't changed that much. I mean, believe it or not, kids, Rhystic Study, Consecrated Sphinx, and Cyclonic Rift were popular back then too. Owlbear Cub, he's cute. He sees some niche like Commander love. Oh, Carnelian Orb of Dragonkind. It's not a bad card at all either. Like that'll see some fringe love as well. All right, last 2 packs, but we're going to call it here. I'll do a quick recap for everybody, but we're going to open 2, do a head-to-head, and I'll post those videos back-to-back. So stay tuned for one. Come see the other one the next day. Let me know your thoughts. And yeah, I don't think this set is nearly as bad as it kind of ended up being treated. Mazzy. I mean, those are 2 flop skis, but one's a foil. Whatever. And yeah, I mean, all in all, some quality reprints. It could have used more. I mean, could they have chipped a little bit off of Double Masters and throw it in here and just made this set do well? Yes. Did they need to? I think ultimately we're going to see Wizards have another quarter of superb earnings. Dominaria, Double Masters, they're going to be just fine, all things said and done. Whoa, are we just getting all the rares in this pack? I mean, 2 rares, that's fine. Those will go in our jank. Font of Magic. And a Jade Orb of Dragonkind. So boom, there we go. All right, so quick recap before we go to the next video. We'll just do a recap, but we ripped 5 mythics on the day. Font of Magic, Majestic Genesis, Pact Weapon, 6. 2 full art mythics out of draft boosters. So Legion Loyalty, all creatures you control have Myriad. This will definitely see play at some point. Elminster, this guy will definitely see some play at some point. And Ancient Brass Dragon. I mean, he makes an insane amount of recursion value. So 6 good mythics of our choice rares, actual rares in the set. Foil Luxury Suite, Reflecting Pool, Sea of Clouds, Archivista Ogma, Bountiful Promenade. So 3 of the dual lands, Reflecting Pool, Archivist, and the Kitty. A few of the fun little like Commander fun cards. These are all probably $1 or less, but still some cards people like. And then we just got some chaff. So pretty strong showing from the draft box. Catch me in the next video. I'm going to open up this set booster and we'll compare them side by side and see how we do. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch me on the next one. Going head to head here. Baldur's Gate. Peace.